Brought to you by Station House Coffee and Amazon Prime.
What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
Extraction, new action film on Netflix, directed by Sam Hargrave, and man, was I pleasantly surprised. Let me say, blown away at this action movie, because I generally I like action films. I grew up on action films. I'm able to at times suspend my knowledge and understanding of reality and dialogue and writing and just kind of plot dynamics. I'm able to suspend a lot of that just to enjoy an action film, as long as there's good action scenes, which some action films, surprisingly, don't even get the action part right. But this one was amazing. Starring Chris Hemsworth, formerly Thor, of course, for the past decade or so of Marvel movies. But I would say this is far, far superior work by Hemsworth. I think he is an amazing action badass. I can't wait to see more movies from him. This movie ends somewhat ambiguously. Is he in the background blurry? Is that not him? I don't know, because it seems like he dies in this film. But I mean, he is such a badass where I could see I would not mind a sequel to this. I don't know where they would go with a sequel to this, but just him teaming up with this director in general, I would 100% be down. I mean, this movie, this guy, you could tell. I just looked up this director, Chris Hargrave, and I'm sorry, Sam Hargrave, and he's a former stuntman. This is his first full-length feature film. He's done a bunch of short films, which I have not seen, but I would imagine there's some action in them. I don't know if he has MMA experience or training. It seems like he did. There's a fight scene that takes place in a kitchen with Hemsworth and the guy from The Upside Down, Stranger Things. There's a pretty cool fight between their friends, but they get in a fight. It starts off with, like, I mean, they go into a clinch, right? They're going to go fight each other. They clinch up. Hemsworth gets a trip on him, right to side control, straight to mount, landing some ground and pound. There's some, like, you know, it's just like I don't think I've seen, there's very few action movies that make it feel like I'm watching an actual fight, especially after watching so many MMA fights over the years. Like, it's like you can tell that it's like a staged kind of whatever, back and forth. Even like the MMA movies, I don't think do it. I think they're overly technically correct, but they're not shot in a way where it feels as good as this movie feels. Like that fight scene was like, holy shit. And that's like after there's this crazy single take, quote unquote. I mean, you could tell it was stitched together, but it feels very one take. And it, like, once it started, I was like, wait, how long has this been going on? Because there's this thing. So Chris Hemsworth is there to go extract this kid that gets kidnapped, but he's like the son of a rich person, and he's going to save the kid. That's like kind of the premise of the movie. Kind of like almost like Man on Fire, except for Chris Hemsworth is actually with the kid through a lot of this, and they form a bond. And there's an emotional part to it that in the end pays off. There's this emotional ending to this movie that is a callback to an earlier moment, but also kind of brings everything full circle. I loved the ending to this, but there's this action scene that, like, is a chase through the slums in India. I mean, the movie takes place in India, and you get to see, like, there's one take shots that are amazing, and then there's ones like this where it just, you're right there in this crazy action that starts in a car chase and then goes to a foot chase through buildings and apartments and rooftops and off of buildings and back to cars. And it's just like this crazy long action set piece where you're seeing Chris Hemsworth. I think it's the first time he's battling this other guy who's just as epic as Chris is, but, you know, the quote-unquote bad guy. He almost kind of looks like Travolta in Pulp Fiction. He's got, like, long, dark hair that's, like, I don't know, he looked like he was doing a Travolta cosplay from Pulp Fiction. But a badass nonetheless, and an equally badass to Chris Hemsworth. Just a crazy, crazy scene. Crazy scene. There's a lot of crazy scenes in this movie. It's just, like, as an action movie, it's great. As, like, the plot of it, whatever. It's kind of your basic, you know, kidnap scenario. I mean, in a lot of ways, the kidnap scenario is similar to Man on Fire, where there's some shenanigans going on. But, you know, you're following Chris Hemsworth where he's like on a job. It's supposed to be easy money to get this kid out. He's like this Australian badass special elite soldier guy. Come to find out that the bad guy is also like an elite soldier guy from I don't know if he's from India. I think he was. You can call me racist for a lot of things, and this could be one of them. But I thought maybe he was like Latino of some like, I don't know, Cuban. I don't know where he came from, but he's an elite badass. Maybe he's Indian too. I don't know why I thought it was you know, some kind of Spanish heritage of some sort. But a badass nonetheless, and that's a character that kind of that changes. You want to talk about a bad guy that becomes somebody that you give a shit about? There's like this bridge scene towards the end of this movie that is equally as badass as all of these other scenes that preceded it. But there's this moment with this fucking, the dude from Pulp Fiction, just like, you care, like, at no point in any action movie do I ever give a shit about somebody who, one, started off as a bad guy, and two, like, somehow, like, emotionally I start giving a shit about, to the point where when certain things happen on a bridge, I'm like, what the fuck? But I love this movie, man. It, like, blew me away. Extraction. Like, first off, this director, maybe if I guarantee he gets a little bit better script, that would put, I mean, because the action was, so, it's like all of the best parts of what action movies are doing. Realistic fight scenes, like crazy one-cut action moments, but also like emotionally getting you invested in action, like any character in an action movie. It's like, it's so hard. Like, no, I don't care about anybody in any movie. Like, I loved the first two Bad Boy action movies, but the third one was not very good. I did not like it. But, like, I don't emotionally give a shit about Mike Lowry, you know? But Chris Hemsworth's character gave a shit. Tyler, which is kind of an interesting, just after having watched Fight Club, you know, another, like, it's amazing how just kind of weak the name Tyler is a very douchebag name, but is attached to, so far, two pretty badass movie characters. But yeah, it's like Tyler Rake is his name. The kid in this movie is great. Everybody's great. It's like, it's crazy. The only thing, there's like a weird dynamic with him and his team that, like, but I mean, other than that, there's like, I don't know. I really enjoyed this movie. It had me. It was a fun ride. Tons of action. Great, like, car chases. Great, like, gun play. It's like, it really tapped into like a John Wick sensibility, but a different style. It's like, definitely this guy's own take on it, let's say. I'd highly recommend it. It's on Netflix right now, Extraction. Check it out. I really enjoyed it. I got emotional at the end of an action movie. Who does that? Be sure to check out our sponsor, Station House Coffee. Order now through inspireddisorder.com/coffee for small batch, single origin, premium coffee That's at inspireddisorder.com/coffee. Order now. It's brewed in Vermont, shipped straight to you. Order now, inspireddisorder.com/coffee. And follow Station House Coffee on Instagram. Also, get 30 days free of Amazon Prime. Sign up now, inspireddisorder.com/prime. That's where you get thousands of movies and TV shows you can instantly stream. Tons of music selections, borrow Kindle books, and of course, unlimited free 2-day shipping. That's at inspireddisorder.com/prime for your free 30-day trial. Sign up now, inspireddisorder.com/prime. New episodes come out every single day. Subscribe on IGTV, YouTube, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Go buy my artwork and merch, now available over at inspireddisorder.com. Follow this show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!